We are so glad you made it to MOONBIRD show with MOONBIRD Dangy Wing. See, Wing is already the name. MOONBIRD Trey. We'll see if we can get a way to get Trey ingratiated in MOONBIRDs. Babs flying is like a Canadian geese flying south for the winter. Lou Bird. I don't know. Lou does a good job of changing his names. We got to see what Lou's going to do for his names. But unfortunately, we're going to start with the worst decision anyone on this show has ever made.
Club NGMI.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Well,
It's good. Good.
hello.
Trey, you're in a new setup.
I am in a new setup. It's still a work in progress. My computer's on a cardboard box right now. On top of an ottoman, but it's just so it can be raised up, so I'm not like hunched over.
I was gonna say, did you not have any furniture, so you had to ask your grandma to like furnish your house or what?
No, I bought a new couch, so I've got new furniture, and it's just we're still my roommates are upstairs, so yeah, so we still got some work to do, but most of the big ticket items are in now.
That's the worst part about buying a new house is you have nothing to fill it with.
Yeah, well, and especially because like in my previous I was only renting, so like you never really care about the house when you're renting, especially like my setup when it was always just gonna be temporary. I never like went all out to decorate or anything like that. This is a little bit different now that I have my own house. So so definitely trying to make it look good and do it right. So it takes a little bit of time. Definitely more stressful.
So Trey, tell me about your move. Like what happened? How you feeling?
If you see me like wincing, it's because I moved in like the wrong direction or like I made too quick of a movement. We were literally the last piece of the sectional couch to get down here. Actually, the piece I'm sitting on, it got like wedged up against a wall. I tried to pull up on it and back just straight pain in my lower back. So made the wrong decision there. I feel really, really dumb because it was like the last item that we were bringing down. They always say lift with your legs, and I did that, but it didn't work. That's for sure.
No, you lift with your ETH. Like, doesn't Bit Refill give you movers?
Right.
Like, can't you? Like, what is this?
Well, the thing is, like, I mean, I still have two roommates that are here. We have 3 trucks between, my parents have one, my roommate has one, and then we use my uncle's. So we had plenty of firepower per se to move in, and everything went fine until that last piece of sectional. So it is what it is. Going to the chiropractor tomorrow. Hopefully, he can fix me up.
He's still young, Dangy. If you do it 3 or 4 times, then you stop.
Well,
then you stop doing it yourself, right?
Well, also a lot of the stuff I mean, like I said, I had like crappy, like my dresser from 15 years ago at my old house. Like I wasn't bringing my mattress or my bed frame or anything like that. So a lot of the stuff is newer. We just bought it. So I didn't honestly have all that much stuff to move other than like clothes and my personal belongings and stuff.
Oh God, I couldn't.
But if I move from here to another place in like 5 years and I want to keep a bunch of this stuff, oh yeah, you best put. I mean, especially after hurting my back, yeah, I'll for sure be hiring movers.
Babs, how's your week been? Have you done any heavy lifting?
No heavy lifting, nothing too crazy. It was my son's birthday party this weekend, so we did that. That was fun. Yeah, my dad's here, so he got here last night. Yeah. So if you pressure him enough, he's probably watching. If you pressure him enough, maybe he'll come downstairs.
I was gonna say, are we gonna get some
quiz him for 10 minutes? So right. I was trying to set the seed. So if he's watching, make him come down. But yeah, so that's good. Just, otherwise, everything good. I haven't minted anything probably all week. I think the last thing I minted was those Gary V passes. Well, Gary V's brother's passes. that are AJ's passes that are super dusty, and I thought they were a smash. So yeah, it's been slow, which is kind of good to get a nice little break. But again, it feels pretty bearish out there. I think we say this every about fourth show. NFTs are dead. They're going to zero. but good otherwise.
I mean, those Vayner passes, that was like a 90% chance they smash, and I think we hit the 10% where it was just high gas, out of gas errors. Yeah. Gary distanced himself and then came back in, and who knows?
I mean,
I don't know. This one's gonna be
if it was like a 721 contract, they would have smashed. Like if we got out of those at 0.2, 0.25 cost, like even if they were at 0.4 right now, we'd probably be happy. It's just funny how different that can be. Yeah. They'd probably be over 0.6 if they minted at 0.2.
Or if they actually did a stealth drop and, you get in the first 25% and it was cheaper, right? Like if you actually stealth dropped it and not stealth hype dropped it with a time frame. And
look, these projects try and get too cute. It happens all the time. They try and like add in all these bells and whistles to their contract to check for all this stuff. And it's just like to their own detriment. It seems like every single time someone tries to do, I mean, Azuki figured it out with the 721A, I guess. So, but I mean, at this point, you just got to use it.
Brandon, when are we leverage trading? We'll get there. We'll get there to this.
I caught the end of that. I think I caught the end of that. So I'm excited to kind of hear the full story on that.
I didn't even watch it. I just know there's a maniac.
Yeah.
That just
wasn't there a guy over the summer that was doing like the same thing that everybody was watching, and he was like napping on the stream as he was getting liquidated and stuff.
I mean, I'm sure like these. Maybe it's just part of like end of cycle stuff. Just people just have too much money and just karma. The world around you just says, "No, we're done. You guys are too stupid. Yeah, it's over." Bluebird, how was your week?
Yeah, it was fine. I think people are just sort of sitting around waiting for stuff to take action on right now. In general, I think the traditional market is very similar. Was talking to some people who are like financial advisors who are just sitting on cash, and they're like, I'm not sure what's going to happen short term. So I sold a lot to cash and I'm just sitting waiting. So I don't necessarily think it's just an NFT market thing. I think in general, it's a macro view of just the world we're in right now. And, inflation is the big topic on everyone's mind. So I just think that it's sort of a combo of that, and all these projects on the NFT side they just give these cryptic messages like something is coming, and we're just sitting waiting to see what that something may be.
You talking about our precious Azukis or what?
There's like 10 different projects that are like something is coming.
I was gonna say
Yuga's been doing that. Coinbase did that. Everyone's doing that.
I'm frustrated with how long delayed reveals are now. Like, I remember when like delayed reveals used to be like 3 days, and now
2 or 3, 48 to 72 hours.
When did it turn into 2 weeks now? Like
Monolith is like 2 months, also, and then like Cool Pets is probably about 2 months.
I mean, okay, but
that's a little different. But
I mean, I guess counterpoint are like projects figuring out that they were over promising and under delivering, so they're just buying themselves more time now. I guess maybe don't drop the project and then wait 2 months. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what the advantage is there, but
especially like the airdrop for Azuki. Like, why did you feel the need? I guess you wanted to drop it at your party, but like, I don't know. Like, to me, that's without no communication of when the actual reveal is going to be. It's like, how long am I going to be sitting on these beans for?
Are you guys going to the next party at Coachella this weekend?
I'm blissfully ignorant. I literally talked about my Azuki story in therapy today. So I've been blissfully ignorant about Azuki. I don't like delayed reveal. No idea. Coachella rumor. No idea. It's awesome.
It's not a rumor. I mean, they partner.
Oh, they're actually going to be at Coachella.
Some Korean
like boy band,
boy band or whatever.
They're going to be like the artwork behind, like it's the same artist.
Epic High or something. Is that what it's
they're like a Korean duo.
I never heard of them
or something. They're probably like the first one's on when no one's there yet during the day.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be self-involved for 2 seconds. I passed the therapist test. Basically, I was like, hey, I just want to check myself. Like, could I do better like this moving forward with how I handled the whole Azuki thing with Pump stealing food out of my kid's mouth?
Did Pump's name come out of your mouth during this session?
No, it was Internet Friend. That was the name. I'm fine. Therapist man is not concerned about how I handled it and like how I'm going forward and like whatever. So we're good. It was I just wanted to check with like trading mentality. Like, okay, so you fuck up a trade. How do you react to that trade? How do I do better next time? That kind of thing. It
I
wasn't.
don't even think you fucked it up though. Like what? Like you can't tell the future, right? Like what?
Yeah.
You can't be mad about that.
Well, I mean,
it's
hindsight makes you feel bad, but like I don't think you did anything wrong.
I knew what I didn't execute the plan. It was execution. I didn't rebuy the floor. I didn't cancel the sale fast early enough as the floor was catching my medium rare Azuki. That's where I messed up, and that's fine. But also, like, it's very weird to say to your therapist, like, yeah, my internet friend paid me $40,000 for a JPEG, and I'm sad. Like, it's very weird. Oh God.
This space messes with your mind sometimes. That's for sure.
The other thing I talked about with the therapist was this thing. I got some new artwork in the background.
Is that a sad girl?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It looks like a sad.
Seriously,
girl.
that's I couldn't.
Hash demon,
the name could.
isn't
Is that a sad?
Oh, it's your hash.
Is it really?
That's my hash demon sale that started off my whole year, like my whole summer.
I should do the same thing with my bonsai tree.
I have a lot of hash demons in my hidden still.
Yeah, you probably.
I don't. Well, the full
that was
story
the
hash
first
demon,
real rug that we were part of.
The person later tax loss I sold it for 4.2. They tax loss harvested it for 0.
That is insane.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes we feel like we're bad at this, right? Like we're not as bad as some people, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So wait, people are mad about how you hold Azuki, you get 2 piles of dirt that are changing a little bit, and people are now mad at the slow reveal of the thing they didn't pay for. Is that? Do I get that right?
I don't know that anybody's mad. I think everybody's just kind of like. Usually, they're so good at executing.
It's like, why is it taking so long? Or why can't you say why it's taking so long? Right? Yeah, I think it's more the people that bought that. But it's more like, well, if you drop something, like why don't you like just have some communication? It goes back to the whole no communication thing for me. Is like, I'm not that mad. It's more like, can't you just communicate like when the reveal might be, or
like what? Well,
I thought they did that. I thought they said that it was going to be like it's going to be by the end of the week, but then that didn't happen. And maybe I'm getting that. Maybe that wasn't directly from Azuki. It was just like a rumor that
we were speculating because they said you had the claim window for people that had in like the Gnosis safe, that it was originally April 9th and then they pushed it back to April 14th. So we kind of assume reveal's not happening before that claim window is done, right? But they haven't said anything otherwise, right?
Yep.
But, just mad about our free airdrop money, really.
Yeah, what the hell?
Just reveal already. I think some people are kind of nervous because like
it could be bad.
People are worried it's bad if they're like
it's the bean.
If it's the bean guys, people didn't love those, so they more just kind of want to see what it's going to be, I guess.
Yeah.
How do you think that changes it if we get staking with the bean art though?
That's fine.
That would be interesting.
If it's just the bean art that people don't really seem to love, then I think that's a disappointment, right? Then it just feels like it's it's the dog, like the Bored Ape dog. Then right at that point.
This that kind of reminds me of the Yoans, because you did mint those babs, I believe.
What were those
more?
Ones? Oh yeah, I did mint. Yeah, I thought it was Jones. That's why I was confused.
It's a soft J. But those were pre-reveal. They were like at 2, but now they're down right around 1. And so that's the risk with these beans. Like if people don't like the art or whatever, we know the play. We know the playbook by now. If you want the safe money, sell pre-reveal. If you want the moonshot, sell after reveal. We kind of, I think we got hoodwinked a little bit because there were a lot of projects that would go up after reveal lately, which
That's why
Imposters.
it seems like the good projects lately go up after reveal, like Imposters. Like you had a free rarity roll almost, right? Like some of those ones lately, they might dip quickly, but then they recover so fast that it's basically a free rarity roll.
Yeah.
Yes, Marvin. That is how it feels to be rich. That's exactly right.
And the beans were trending that way, but then once you're holding a 7 ETH asset that you have no idea what it is, and it's a week later, I think that's why some people are getting impatient with it.
Well, and there was technically no starting floor for that either. It was just like a random airdrop.
Yeah.
So hard to really peg where that one, where you even start that one, like 2.5 or 3 ETH, maybe, I think is where it was like right away and kind of hung around there and then went up from there. So I guess you could use that, but hard to kind of peg an actual value there.
Have fun putting that cost basis at 0, boys. Enjoy that.
Yeah,
Enjoy that.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Good we
all the tax, all the realized tax on that. We're
You wish you could increase that cost basis now, don't you?
We're down bad.
Oh yeah, I finally wrapped up my taxes today, so it's on my mind.
Yeah, me too.
I'm getting
Sucks.
close.
Sweet.
Lou, are you starting on 2022 at all? Are you doing quarterly stuff? I know you were dumb and you still.
That's a
have
trick
jobs.
question, Lou. That's a trick question.
I paid the quarterly for this year.
Oh, you already did.
Before that, in the January, I did that, which was nice. Getting a little discount here. I'm guessing I'm going to make less in 2022 than 2021.
Yeah, I don't have to guess that one.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and think. Yeah. Babs isn't, but I'm gonna go ahead and sort of come up with a number, and then probably do that for this first quarter, and then I don't know. We'll see what happens in the next couple months.
I don't like that rule. I'm not doing it. I think it's stupid.
The quarterlies.
Yeah. The government already takes their money and they want it earlier than when they're going to get it because they think we might make money this year. Get out of here. You don't like, how do you know you're going to make money?
Well,
Is it the same rules in Canada as it is in the US?
I didn't bother researching because I'm not doing it.
Sets the account.
And you're a tax accountant.
I'm not a tax accountant.
What the fuck?
he has
I'm not
more
a
time
tax
to
accountant.
decide this.
I know it was a joke, Babs. I know you're not.
I know. I just think it's like stupid. Like we already I'm happy to pay them my money once a year. Paying them up front for things that I don't like. What happens if you had a Bored Ape and you held it all year and you sold it December 31st? You made however much gains in the year. You're supposed to estimate that throughout the year, or are you okay because that was a Q4 event, right? Like, what's the rule on that? Like, to me, that stuff starts getting gray, and I just don't like it.
My thought is more like the first quarter. If you're trending towards a number, pay that, and if the next quarter you're back down, pay less the next time. I don't know if that's correct.
What happens if you estimate you're going to make money and you pay a big quarterly payment in Q1, and then the rest of the year you're down bad and you lose it all, right? Like, I just don't. Yeah. I don't agree with the concept.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you're not getting that money back that you prepaid, probably, right? Like,
I don't think so.
Or you would after you file your taxes.
You would get a refund, but it doesn't.
But you're waiting the whole year to get it, right?
Well, yeah,
right. You can make better use of that money.
Well, and the IRS, I mean, they're notoriously bad at getting refunds back, especially depending on how you file. So, yeah, who knows when the hell? I mean, I know somebody from 2019 that still doesn't have their refund back. I mean, it's crazy.
Do you want to end up in that situation? I guess I'm just gonna plead ignorance. I'm not a CPA or anything. Don't turn this into my
suddenly Babs's computer goes black.
Yeah,
he leaves the show.
I'm happy to pay my taxes. I just think paying it up front for something that I don't know what's going to happen seems ludicrous to me.
Yeah. The other nice part is you don't have to be concerned about, it's later in the year, ETH price might be down and you didn't, take that into cash yet. So that side of it is also kind of nice, I guess. But I don't know.
That's my personal stance is 2022 so far has been so mentally painful partly because of taxes and because of ETH price going down
Yeah.
that like I at least want to know my number for this Q1. And see where I'm at, because I had a good 2022 Q1. That's why taxes don't hurt me so bad. So that means I'm just trying to chase it to kind of catch up to the whole process, because otherwise, if it just piles up again, like, whew, can't do that again.
I'm gonna do that for sure. I'm definitely gonna keep track of it a lot better. You know, especially now that a lot of us already have subscriptions to the tax software and stuff, to just follow it through 2022 and at least keep tabs on how much you're gonna owe and different stuff like that.
And they'll probably get better, the softwares.
I'm just
You'd like to think so, but
not at all.
I don't know. I'll believe it.
We got another. Like, they really have another year though, almost, right? You got to think in a year's worth of time there'll be some kind of improvements, right?
My dream scenario is the software gets easier to use. Gets easier to use, and we get some more clear, straightforward guidance on how to handle specific things with NFTs and crypto transactions, because a lot of this stuff is just way too gray.
I think we're dreaming on the guidance thing though, because by the time those audits are done, like it'll be, you got to think they got to go through their audit season. They have to like compile their results. By the time they actually talk about maybe changing or recommending how to do things, we'll be in our 2022 taxes already, right? Like it'll be a while before they change anything or give more guidance, I bet, right? So I'll be the downer on that one.
I mean, I'm hoping, I guess.
Yeah, well, me too. But on the plus side, we've accumulated some losses this year with like Pixelmon. We're doing good there.
Had a nice Cool Cats loss.
Smarter about our losses this year. We're being way smarter.
We're getting them up early in the year instead of writing them off at December 31st, and then everything goes nuts in the month after, right?
Yeah, but real talk though, like that's because I had a lot of transactions in November when ETH was above 4K. Like that was when Wolf Game happened. So if people were involved in Wolf Game and you didn't take profits quickly, your cost basis on a lot of stuff your carry cost base is gonna be pretty high for those transactions. So because I figured out 2022 stuff and like taxes in 2022, I think I personally am going to be relatively okay for this quarter. I don't know. We'll see. The worst case scenario, I made money this quarter. That's the worst case scenario. Yeah. All right, let's take a hard left turn to other ways to make money, which is winning a raffle by our Lord and Savior, Proof Collective, Kevin Rose and Ryan Carson. What, Babs?
Time.
That's the only one.
I just want my one time on my raffle. Just want my one time. I'm using it.
What? I don't want to do a lot of things that's a little confusing for this, but like we have a tight group of internet friends of around 200 folks. We'll just keep it round numbers. I know we're technically at 199 and we're at fewer people, but we'll be at 200. How many of the 200 people are going to hit this raffle? Assuming all 200 entered as well.
Are we assuming they all played it by the book?
Yeah, we'll say 200 entries. Basically, I'm looking at percentage hitting and within this specific raffle. What do we think?
So they kind of said, wasn't it like you had about a 10% chance, and that was before they did any kind of bot stuff, right? So I actually think they might do something. Maybe it's a hopium. I hope they do something. I think there's a few things they could do that's pretty easy, and one's like check to see if one wallet sent 2.5 ETH to like numerous other wallets, and the other check is just to see like if your Twitter account's not recently created or something, right? Like they can do a few quick checks. So I'm hoping if they do that, it's more like a 15 to 20% chance. So I'm gonna say 20 people hit.
20?
I have it
out of 200 entries, right? Because that's only 10%, right? And that's what they kind of said it was. They might be lying, but they said it was about.
My
10%.
guess is it's going to be around 50K entries.
By the time
they said this morning, Ryan Carson from Proof said it was over 50,000 entries, but they wouldn't give an exact number because I don't know why, but he also cited like anti-bot protections or whatever. So it's over 50K. I know that.
Yeah, because I originally thought I saw a number that was like 110,000 or something.
Which is like
which would have been about
8%.
10%.
There's like 8,000 spots.
Yeah. Okay.
Open
For the
right?
raffle. Okay.
For the raffle.
That's what I was gonna
7,800. It's
7,800,
around
I
8
think,
because
right?
all of the proof holders each get 2, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's like 7,800, I think, right? So
I think it's somewhere around there.
I'm gonna say, 20. I think 20 is okay if they do some bot stuff, right? Like if they don't do bot stuff, I think that's way high, and it's
I
probably
just
more
think
like
we never
8.
hit it that high of a rate at these things.
They're definitely doing bot stuff. I'm very excited to see the postmortem on this, to see what the anti-bot measures are, and I genuinely hope they're talking to our good friend at the pre-mint pass too, to hold some anti-bot measures back, because part of the issue with the Web3 stuff is there's an open contract, so people can know how to work around it. But if you don't share all of your anti-bot measures, then hopefully they could hold some information back and then trim the bots.
One thing I hope they don't do is just if you sent 2.5 ETH to any wallet, I hope they don't automatically trim you, because like what happens if you lend something to a friend, right? Like
Yeah.
Or
like,
Ledger. Right.
Right. So like I'm hoping it's not like I'm hoping it's reasonable, right? Like if you do that to one time like that, I hope it doesn't eliminate you, but we'll see.
Yeah. They're gonna trim people that are actual people, which sucks.
Yeah.
How many of our people will get trimmed?
Are you gonna? They could
Are you gonna
publish
know
the
if
whole
you get?
list.
I was gonna say, are you even gonna know
Yeah,
if you get?
you'll know you're not on the list, right?
Well, I think it'll show winners, right?
That's true.
I'm assuming
It depends.
Show winners, probably.
I forget what raffle was recently, but they showed all the eligible. Oh, it was the Pranksy project. They showed if you were eligible, you were on this list. If you hit, you were on this list.
That was like a Google Doc, wasn't it? I think. And pre-mint, I
Correct.
think, just does it like, here's your winners usually.
Yeah, but it sounds like Proof is working pretty closely with pre-mint, so they're doing some custom stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
The workaround of that 2.5 mint trim thing is just to send it to an exchange and then exchange to a new wallet, right? So that it doesn't look like it's coming from. I mean, that's got to be how most people did it, right?
Yeah.
That's an extra step, though. That takes a lot more. Like, it's just an extra step of time. It's probably harder to bot that way, right? Like, a bot could just have a contract that sends it to like 30 wallets and does it with one click.
It's definitely a lot of manual work for sure. But I mean, with mints like these, it's like, I mean, this is a guaranteed win. So right? You win the 2.5 ETH, or you pay the 2.5 ETH, and you're going to be able to sell it for more, right? At least I think most people are thinking that.
Oh, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I'm going to be shocked if it's not. Yeah. Like, sorry.
What do we think it goes to in that first week? Because people always like, oh, it's going to go to X, Y, or Z. That doesn't matter. Like, you got to give a time frame for it. What do we think in our first
24
week
hours.
price
I
target,
think
or
it's gonna
24
be
hours
like
price
Invisible Friends, where like the first couple hours, like 12 to 15, people get excited, they pay it, and then settles around like 8. That's my
I kind of forgot Invisible Friends was going for like 12 at the start, right? Like I forget that. Yeah.
There were some high ones.
I would say 6 or 7 reveal? It lands around.
No,
that's
it's pre-reveal. Pre-reveal.
Okay.
But they started claiming him.
Yeah. The one thing interesting about this one is it's instant reveal. So I wonder if that will have an impact on the price action. Like I actually think it'd probably be higher floor if it was unrevealed. I think the fact that there'll be instant reveal will probably keep the floor lower because people love the rarity. Like they want to play that rarity lotto where they have a chance at hitting that 60 ETH one, right? Like, I think that takes away some of the fun.
Not even just rarity. They also mentioned they want to do specific trait-based utility. So the example they keep using, which is not a real one yet, is an asteroid helmet or astronaut helmet being able to tour SpaceX or something, which I think is a genuinely neat twist on how to handle traits and real world utility of like, tying things together. Vayner Sports Pass is also teasing something similar too about what sports you have, that kind of stuff. So that's pretty neat. I like that, where it's not just strictly rarity and a stupid bell curve or whatever the curve would be on the rarity stuff.
I have a Vayner Pass that's a 4 sport. That's the worst 4 possible sports in it.
What are they? What are the four sports?
It's volleyball, MMA, hockey, and soccer.
Okay.
I think I'd rather have
Well,
golf.
soccer.
Than all
No,
those.
soccer's fine because one of them's like esports. Would you rather have esports?
Maybe. I don't know. I guess it
Yeah.
depends on. I feel like they'd be able to make better connections with esports than like hockey.
Babs, this is where you say it's all the nerds in the basement playing esports and getting stuffed in lockers by the
When you
soccer
talk
players.
better connections, we got a career minor league baseball player as their first project. No,
But he is a successful NFT artist.
Yes.
Yeah, fine.
I would love. We need to find some Micah Johnson highlights and get Dabs to just.
Oh yeah, he would love that. He just,
Talk about how many tools Micah
couldn't
has.
hit a beach ball. He just ran fast.
It's kind of true. I think it was a slap hitter, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
I think he was.
Yeah, he had no home runs. Was what Chuck
He's
was
just
pointing
fast.
out.
Yeah.
I got 2 of his timepiece things, the dual ones of Micah Johnson.
And those were good.
Yeah,
That got
were
you
great.
the Akutar airdrop too.
Did it? Oh, really?
I
You sold them.
didn't know that. I did.
Did
sell
you
them.
check?
When was that?
Oh, when did you sell it?
It was this week.
Yeah,
No.
the airdrop was like a couple days ago.
Was it really? Damn it.
You sold
Oh, well.
them. Yeah, you sold. Yeah.
Trey sold something? Unbelievable.
Like I said, my stuff is my collection's pretty trimmed down.
So
Just select few.
Moonbirds, like, are people just fudding Moonbirds because it's going to be high priced? Like, why is such negativity around Moonbirds? I don't really understand it genuinely, because again,
It's like
in
a why,
our circle, people
right?
are fudding it.
It's like a
Are
why
people
does
wanting
he
it?
deserve that kind of thing? Was my take. That
I
people
don't know
are
if
having.
fudding it is the right term. I don't know, like,
Like is it overhyped?
sure. There you go.
I think that's
You're gonna have
more
that
of
kind of
it.
discussion around any
Yeah.
literally any mint that has this level of hype. You're gonna get that because it was the same with Mecca. And what was there was one after that was crazy too.
Hate.
Yeah,
Invisible
you're gonna get
Friends.
that all
We've
the
had a
time.
few
And
of
this
these.
is Invisible Friends, and then this is probably the next one that has close to that level of hype.
I guess I see the argument for this hype over any of those ones though, right? Like Mecca, other than the art, people like the art. Like, why would you not think this one should be more hyped than all those other ones? I guess, right?
I think it's worse art, but I mean, it might be better utility. That's the other side of it.
Yeah.
I guess I wasn't thinking of the art, but I was thinking more of like, it seems like they have like interesting staking mechanics.
Mecca were
popular-
0.2.
They were a 0.2. They were good. Like a popular like brand behind it. Like all those things to me make it more hype than like Invisible Friends, Mecca, Hape, right?
Yeah, I think part of it's the messaging that's kind of rubbed me the wrong way when I'm listening to them. But I also am trying to think through. Let's assume you want to keep the price of the mint at 2.5 ETH. How do you have good messaging around keeping the price at 2.5 ETH? You could say, don't buy it if you win the raffle. You could say what they're saying now, which is it's expensive to run a company, basically. We're not raising as much as Yuga raised recently, and that doesn't even include their war chest. The back channels that we heard, like I think this is the cringiest one. The back channels that we have with VCs, they said they were ready to unload the clip on Moonbirds. Like to me, that's the worst one, because it's like, oh, there's a shadowy cabal of rich people that are controlling NFTs. Now that sucks. Like, what is that?
So dumb.
Is there a way to sell that in a more positive way, or I don't know.
To me, they messed up by if you wanted a Dutch auction, you do a Dutch auction with an insanely high starting price, right? Like to me, you did it at 2.5. You should have been more aware of the market at the time you set that. Like when you set it at 2.5, like to me, anyone in the weeds of minting NFTs probably knew that was going to sell out right then, which like obviously they didn't think about that enough. If they set it at 20 ETH to start, I don't think we're having this conversation. And I think the Dutch auction goes forward, right? And then switching from a Dutch auction to an actual mint price, it just looks greedy at that point, because you're like, well, people are going to pay this anyway, so now I'm just going to make them pay it, right? Like,
I think the move might have been just to reduce the mint price. Just say we were going to start the Dutch at 2.5. We're pretty confident it would sell at 2.5. Let's lower it to 2.
Yep. Then they would have looked good, right? Where otherwise it was kind of like, well, you guys were going to pay that anyway, so you might as well just pay it, right? Like, it's the messaging. It's kind of the optics of the decision, I guess.
Well, yeah, but then why do a Dutch auction in the first place if you're going to make a statement that says we're pretty sure it would have sold out at 2.5 ETH anyway, right? So it seems like almost a lose-lose situation. Like, you set the high mint price at like 20 ETH, like you said, and people, I mean, they would get shredded for that. From people that don't understand, like, don't really understand, like, and then they would call it a cash grab. But then it probably would have sold at higher than 2.5 ETH. I mean, then you get one of those, you know, everybody just apes in because it's the most hyped thing since Hapes or whatever. And people, you know, jump the gun at 8 or 9 or maybe even like 13 ETH or something like that. And it doesn't really give a true indication of what the floor price should be. So I don't know. The Dutch auctions just don't seem to be all that great. I think people just need to admit, like, if you're going to set the price at 2.5, just make it the mint price. Don't call it a Dutch auction. There's no point.
Yeah. I do like these two comments back to back from Pump of like, why do we pretend that their projects aren't in it to make money or get upset when they do? Great point. Stop trying to appease people. No one knows what they want. I think Phillies is better because here's the other part. Like, we all in our chat, we're internet nerds who like NFTs and like speculate on NFTs. So MOONBIRDS are the hot thing. So we're just going to talk about MOONBIRDS. I think that's also part of it. Like, it's just the discourse. It's like pardon the interruption or whatever sports talk show during the All-Star break in Major League Baseball in the summer. You just got to find something, or else there's just nothing to chat about. I don't know. Maybe that could be it. Anything else on MOONBIRDS? I'm stoked about the project. I think it's interesting moving forward, and long term, it'll be interesting to follow what they do.
All right, so, question for the group: are you interested in second guying one if you don't win the raffle?
I was just gonna say that I'm probably not going to, but I was gonna ask you guys too to see. Babs, I have a feeling you will. Dangy and Lou probably not, I would guess.
I think if it's instant reveal, I have a little more interest because you could scoop one that someone might misprice or they don't know that it's instant reveal. If you're there as it's happening, watching it and on top of it, might be able to do something.
Mint? What time is the mint? Oh God,
isn't it Sunday?
It's Saturday. I thought that it's the 16th. Is that Saturday?
Oh yeah.
4 days, 13 hours, 50 minutes. Okay.
We're just gonna be out of the bars. We're not trying to mint,
11 a.m.
I think it's 11 Eastern, is it?
11 Eastern, yeah.
That's early.
Oh, that is early, man.
I mean, I have plans, so I'm thinking about second guying. I am planning to second guy. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Maybe depends on if I have my Q1 taxes done or not.
We'll see. What's the reasoning behind buying it at like 8 ETH, let's say? Like what?
Because it's incredible Ponzi-nomics. It's great.
There's going to be some news that they make that you're going to have to hold it and it pumps at whatever point.
Yeah, that you have to hold it to nest the bird. You get specific things if you've nested the bird for X period of time. It's time lock staking, trademark Pump Skull. Check the pins. So, and they are going to actually they are building stuff for the team and for the whole collective group. I could not care less about joining the Discord with Proof and being able to rub shoulders with Proof holders. That does not appeal to me. But I think there's going to be utility and there's going to be drops in the future. There's going to be access given to MOONBIRDS holders moving forward.
Yeah. Like I'm interested. It's price dependent. Like at 5, it's an instant smash for me. If it's
I would
8,
buy at 5.
Yeah. If it's 10, I'm probably out. 8, I'm probably buying one. don't feel great about it. That's kind of like my thought process. I would like one. I just think the argument is, for me, I'd rather have a Moonbird than a Cool Cat. I think it should be priced in that 8 range anyway, and I think it has the upside for more. Like, I think it has the upside to potentially pass like Doodles eventually, if they do it right. So like, to me, it'd be more of a long term. If I'm buying it, it's because I want to hold it long term, and if I would rather have that than some of my other NFT bags. So like, why would I not buy that and sell some of my other stuff?
Yeah. They're already talking about the 2023 conference they're going to put on, and that's way far in advance. But would you rather go to a Kevin Rose Proof Collective branded conference or VCon? I would rather go to the Proof one. Personally.
Very biased here, but I would rather go to VCon.
Sure.
Only because it's in Minneapolis. Though. Otherwise, you probably have a point there.
I probably would prefer Rose. Yeah.
And like, for me, I have a meta here. Like, I have 3 meta heroes. Like, would I rather have 1 Moonbird or 2 meta heroes? Like, some of that, once you start thinking of it that way, like, it's kind of an easier decision for me. Like, I have Etherworks. Like, Dangy, would you rather have 3 Etherworks or 1 Moonbird? Right? Like,
no comment.
I mean, I think that's one of the issues in the market right now, though. Would you rather have 2 or 3 of these beans or 1 Moonbird? And I think that's why beans went down a little bit, because it's like, well, people were thinking about it, and maybe they want the OG of a project instead of the secondary of a project.
With it being a raffle and not being a gas war, that means a higher percentage of these Moonbirds are going to go into, we'll say, inexperienced traders' wallets or low liquidity wallets.
Right.
And when that happens, I think more people like outright dump it, and more people also just diamond hand it and don't even think of selling. So I think we'll see more. I'm thinking out loud now, but I think we'll see more quick price action on the NFTs, get minted, get dumped, and then likely just scream up to wherever they're going to scream to.
Yeah. My
it's
thought
like a more
is that
exaggerated view.
Is it being talked about enough, and you never hear someone talk about it being under 5? That are people going to list at 4? I'm not sure. That might be too. Like, I just don't think people are going to list under 5.
I don't think there's going to be.
I feel like 4s. If they do hit 4, it'll be one of those situations where the activity is like so
insane.
Literally where it's like
it's
like 30 sales in 30 seconds or whatever, and it's just like flying, and you have no chance at it.
Yeah, and like it's probably also like, if you think of it, like 2,200 of the supply is going to like proof pass holders, and those people are crazy enough to hold a Discord card for 90th floor, right? Like, you think they're dumping their Moonbirds? Probably not.
Yeah,
like those crazy people aren't selling instantly.
What percent of the supply do they have though?
Like, they have 2,200 of 10,000 or whatever, right? So it's not nothing, right? Like, it's 22% or whatever.
They're like $2,000. It also depends how quickly you mint and stuff.
Yeah.
Does anyone know when the staking starts for the birds? Is it immediately after it happens?
No,
or?
They said a few days. Like, it's going to take some time. So that's not a concern. Yeah, you don't have to rush to do that.
Perfect. That's good to know. Breaking news, everyone. We have a green Bitcoin daily candle. If you want to look at it, might be the last one for a while. So look at it and then blow a kiss. Oh, it's red. Well, that was fast.
I thought you were gonna bring it up on screen. Damn.
It already turned red. I can't. It's gone.
It's too late. Oh man.
Oh, good God.
We like the green candles, but
we do. We need more green candles. All right. What other projects are we looking forward to moving forward? I have one that I'm aside from Moonbirds that I'm interested in. Anyone else have projects they're interested in?
I mean, I think the next likeliest thing to happen this week is Cooltopia launching. And how perfect is it that they're choosing like the worst time to launch if they do it? But that's a short-term play I'm interested in, because we saw it every time they announce something, it has boosted the pets. So that's one I'm watching, but not really like new stuff per se. It's all what's going to happen with this Yuga thing. Apparently they're making movies, and it's not as exciting as people might have originally thought. So that's the thing with like those cryptic tweets. Is just everyone's like, "Oh, Yuga Land is here. Let's buy ApeCoin. Let's hold our assets. Let's liquidate stuff." And then they're like, "Oh no, we're making movies." And so it's like, well, that's way less exciting.
What do people expect when like you can use your IP? Like that's what IP is for.
Those IP,
$10,000.
Yeah, it's worth at least 100,000. Don't FUD with the 10,000.
Your asset is worth over 100K, and they're going to pay 10K.
That's not having the NFT. It's just for the rights to use it.
To be honest, I didn't think it was a huge deal. Like people are like, "Oh, that's way too cheap. Like you should never do that for that." Like I'm like, how many of those 10,000 apes are actually like? Do people actually want to use the IP for? Like people think they're going to make like $100,000 from their apes IP. It's like, who do you think's buying these? Like there's gonna be 10,000 companies out there that want to rent your ape. Like get over yourself.
Take the 1 year, $100,000.
Yeah, like people are like kidding themselves. I'm like, get over yourself. There's not people aren't gonna want like sure maybe the top 1% of apes that are popular and the chocos, those people I can see, are actually probably going to make money off their IP. The rest of the people, that you're some guy with 500 Twitter followers, take your 10,000 from Coinbase and make your ape famous because you're not doing it otherwise, right? Like,
so it could be worth it upside wise. Yeah, if you're in that movie.
Coinbase is giving. I missed this news too. Coinbase is giving any ape owner $10K to license their IP
if they cast them in the movie, right? So
yeah,
you have to be used. But
is it an exclusive? Like you could only for this year, it's only to Coinbase, or could you sell your IP to somebody else too?
I think they get exclusive rights to your IP.
What if you did the Jenkins stuff before?
That's why I didn't look at I didn't look at the details too closely. But
supposedly,
supposedly,
that mutant I had is it's half owned by Captain Trippy.
Because I saw something like
deal. I forgot about
they mint an NFT that has like the contract to your wallet, and it kind of transfers if you sell the ape, so it like follows that ape wherever it goes. It's kind of neat that way. But.
That's yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking through what I would do. I think I would. The reason that you wouldn't do it is because you would assume that within or hope that within this year you'd get an IP offer for 11,000.
Yeah.
50,000.
I'm applying immediately for Coinbase. Like just
from what I've read is it's not a great deal. They know there's going to be people frothy to be in a movie, so they made it like not a great deal, but they know they could probably get 5 people to do it, and that might be all it takes.
I just think there's some other people that aren't using that IP for anything and are never going to use it, right? Like they have their NFT. Like, so if you get 10,000 and makes your ape more famous, like probably what's the harm? I guess
you leverage it into other stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Merch.
Mm-hmm.
What if that pumps your own ape's price then after the year?
That too.
That's what I mean. It could.
Well, that's another thought. It's like if you have an ape that is kind of, I don't want to say lame, but like a floor ape, but
like
you've made a brand around it. I mean, think about like Trapo. Like
what?
Dabs wants to come on.
Trapo's
All right, we got Dabs.
Oh my god.
No, he doesn't. He's too shy.
Wow.
No.
I was about to get the Micah Johnson highlights.
He wanted you to talk about Dolce & Gabbana, though. That's what he screamed out.
Oh, did he hit it?
Thing?
Did he hit that too?
Yeah, he hit it too.
Oh god. No, it's the pores one where you have like literally a 0.05% chance of hitting the 20 ETH one. Yeah, I don't know what that's going to be. I don't know anything about it. I'm going to decide what I'm going to do later on. We'll get a thread going and there'll be 3 of us staring at each other. What are we going to do?
That one's so weird.
I don't know. The mid price is high for how many supply it is. That's my worry. It's like 5,000. Now Dabs is just sitting here staring at me, so now it's awkward. It's 1.2.
Yeah.
People love Dabs. Look at this. Just incredible
Yeah,
love.
we
Yeah,
need that
man.
that Dolce
Love it.
alpha.
So we think Dolce is sucking all the liquidity out of the market.
No, are people even gonna enter it?
Oh, the 20 ETH one? That's only for literal whales because they're gonna profile your wallet. Like, oh, you're Pranksy. I know your wallet. Great. But I was hearing something about like social tokens and how this could work as far as a digital identity with your wallet, and it'll tie to your wallet, and so that it'll have a history of what you've done and how you've transacted. So it could help eliminate some of these Moonbirds.
IRS.
Not like that, but like you'll know that this person has a long history of transacting on Ethereum. Oh
like a
my
blue
God,
check
Jesse
mark.
with the fire. Gucci didn't sell it at 1 ETH. Dolce & Gabbana is a dead brand.
No.
Okay, guess they're not minting.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. That sucks.
Yeah. Well, they also have like
thought
real
Gucci did sell
real
out.
world. Which Gucci one?
Yeah, they've
Was
had
there
a bunch.
multiple?
Maybe
Yeah,
that's
they've
why.
had a couple of them. That's what I was.
They did the
thinking.
10K TF thing.
Oh, right.
That one was
Yeah.
decent.
Yeah, that
And
one
the
was
Wasn't
super
that one
plastic one.
Yeah, they partnered with Super Plastic too.
Those are at 4 ETH now.
Super Plastic.
Oh,
Yeah.
Super Plastic? Yeah. Super Plastic just did something with Bored Apes today too.
Everybody doing everything with everybody. The only mint that I'm looking at is next week, which is Anata. They're back and they reworked some
that next
trades
week?
apparently.
Nice.
Yeah.
been wondering when
They
they
said
were
the end of the week next week. I think it's the 21st, maybe.
Nice.
But that's gonna be a really wild minting experience because they're all individual auctions for them.
Yeah.
Are they actually have a new date?
I
know
I
they
think it's the
pushed it a
21st.
few
What
times.
happened to the first one? I missed.
They kept
that.
pushing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
think
don't
they're
know exactly why, but I know they reworked some of the mail traits, at least. Specifically for Babs.
I wonder if I can figure out how to do it on here. I downloaded the super nifty one.
Oh.
I don't
you
know
did?
how to set that up through StreamYard. I think I might have to
You have to
use the
route it through
OBS
something?
thing. I think
Yeah,
I
you
can do
might
it
have to
through
do
OBS. I could
Have
try
you used it on calls?
I've used it like through OBS. I could potentially try to set that up right now while we're chatting.
Do it live.
It was kind of cool.
I thought it was
Not gonna
Daz
lie.
barking. He just wanted us to talk about some
Yeah,
dogs.
just-
Yeah,
barking.
is Dab's gonna come
The
on
dog
screen
drop.
or what?
No, he's too shy. Maybe next week if you badger him enough.
I don't want to badger Dabs.
We
Leave
got
Dabs alone.
we got a week to pressure him into it. Maybe come on in the end.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Coins are bad. NFTs are bad.
I've got a project actually that
Yeah,
I.
let's hear it. Oh, Trey's researching.
Ooh,
Trey's researching.
No,
50 hours.
Well, I came across it. I don't actually know when the mint is, and they don't have a Discord.
yeah.
And I don't think it's gotten talked about, or at least haven't seen it in the Discord. It's called Lonely Pop NFT. If you want to look it up, the art looks dope. It's by
I
two
might have heard
guys,
that.
I think, that have been in the space for a while. I saw it in another Discord. I followed them when they had like maybe 1,000 or 2,000 followers. Now they're up to 57. That was a few weeks ago, though. So they've just kind of been tweeting out like previews and stuff like that. But I think they're probably getting decently close to getting a Discord up. But it looks cool.
Yeah, I like the art.
Let's go ahead and do one of those numbers. Yeah. Is it mostly just art project, or do you know anything that's behind?
I honestly don't know a ton about it. I found it in another Discord and they were bullish on it. And I was like, this looks cool. So I followed it. And then the amount of followers went crazy. And I don't think they bought them either. So that's really all I know about it. It just looked cool though. So I'm keeping an eye on it. But that's one that I've been just kind of following and seeing when they're going to open up the Discord and give an actual date for a mint. I just think it looks unique.
I definitely like the art, and they're working with, as Marvin mentioned, Zero X Studio, who did the Three Landers project as well.
Yep.
So that's bullish. for sure.
And it's like a little different type of art, but it's a
Yeah,
style
It-
that I feel like I've seen with stuff before.
I know exactly. Like it almost
It's
like it
not
has
anime.
multiple different styles kind of like put together in it.
It's more like kind of
Like a Popeye.
Boondocks.
Oh, I was gonna say Pop. Maybe I'm off on Popeye, but
Oh yeah.
I see the
Yeah.
Boondocks.
mhm.
That reminds me of like a kid's book.
So yeah, there's your alpha. I don't know. They don't have a Discord, and I don't know when the mint is, but go follow them on Twitter.
Oh yeah, Possessed as well. That's another one that's really hyped. This feels like kind of like we need to dodge. One or two of these are going to be just terrible, and I don't know which one it's going to be. It feels like the weather report and like dented feels kind of time frame. I don't know.
Is
Yeah.
Possessed whitelist or is it like actually public at all? Like I'm interested in that one. We don't know yet, hey? Yeah.
I mean, I'm stuck in the contamination room. Oh, that's a great Babs right there.
Yes.
Oh damn! I just missed
What'd
a
I
great
do?
frozen Babs face. Yeah, you were stuck for a little bit.
Oh,
That's okay. Have we changed strategy at all? I'm feeling fairly comfy as far as how I'm allocated. Coins down, NFTs down. Anything else? Anybody have anybody changing strategies? Anybody freaking out?
I'm
I
still
mean,
probably
very-
a little bit too over leveraged NFTs, but I'm like you, Dangy. I think I'm pretty comfy with where I'm at, especially once this transferred all the tax money over today. So that sucked, but
Yeah,
it'll feel
that's why I
good
was-
for that.
It's because you keep
That'll
buying
feel
Treeverse.
good to-
that's like one thing that feels nice though.
I do have a
Get
lot
it
of
like
Treeverse.
off the plate.
Yeah, I'm same. I've taken out all my tax money. I've tried to I've been selling NFTs the last month, so I'm not like that bad. But the other like Azuki ran, and I got beans, and then I started feeling over levered again. But I've been trying to sell stuff here and there. But I haven't been minting as much either, so that makes it a little easier. Like it's more
not
selling than
bleeding
I'm
either.
buying. Yeah, more selling than I'm buying, and yeah, being very picky on what I'm minting. Again, maybe
For sure.
maybe the one a week that looks good. And that's it, really. So. But it does make it a little bit more boring, to be honest. I kind of miss the pace some days. Like,
Yeah,
I like
do
the
for
pace
sure.
some weeks when it's like it's nice to like not have to stress about missing a mint. But I do find it's a little too slow for me. I wish it was kind of like some in between almost, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree. I like more action, but also like, I think it'll be good. I think it's time for me to take a little break from being focused on all the time. I took a walk today. It was nice to take a walk. Highly recommend.
There
a
you
walk.
go.
Anything else for the good of the order? I'm good for tonight. I don't know if I have any other
I'm all right.
No,
BS
I'm
to
good,
talk
yeah.
about either.
Good.
Oh, Babs, what was the theme of your son's birthday party?
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Does he have a favorite dinosaur or just all dinosaurs?
All dinosaurs. He actually he has this book that's like 101 dinosaurs that he reads all the time. And you'd be amazed at like how like there's 101 dinosaurs throughout the book, and you'd be amazed at how many of them he can name. It's kind of embarrassing. But it's funny how he has them.
Embarrassing.
Well, it's
Embarrassing.
like
He's
not
a
embarrassing,
child.
not embarrassing. It's more
Wow.
like it's amazing his mind works that way, like how he remembers dinosaur names and can point them out, especially long dinosaur names. So like, I guess I'm proud of him for that. But it's he doesn't have a particular favorite, but he likes saying the names anyway. My favorite one he says is Tupu Hurrah is a dinosaur, and that one always makes me laugh.
Ooh, I'm gonna pick up that book. That's good alpha right there for the dads
It
out
is
there in the
alpha.
chat.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a great book.
Am I misremembering this? Did a Brontosaurus get renamed? Is this, or is it still a Brontosaurus?
I thought it's still is it some the problem thing, there's so many dinosaurs and so many different names now that it's hard to keep track. From when we were kids, I felt like there's like 10. Oh, Lou's gone. I feel like there's like 10 dinosaur
he's
names,
coming
and now
back.
there's so many. I can't even keep track of them, like the different types, and yeah, too much.
Is there? Please tell me there's some weird Alberta tradition that you do at birthdays that us in the States would think is funny,
No,
or is it just a regular birthday party?
No, regular birthday party. Nothing. Cake. We rented a gym and had a bouncy castle, so all the kids could go bounce in it, and that was fun. Didn't have to mess up my house, and easy to clean up, and did that. And yeah, we're actually like Calgary is, which we haven't done in a while. Is like an hour and a bit drive from like one of the dinosaur places, like Drumheller it's called. So they have like a dinosaur museum, and there's like a bunch of dinosaur bones were discovered around there. So it's kind of cool if you have kids and you ever want to visit there.
There you go. Go Saturday,
alpha.
Saturday at 11 Eastern. That's a good idea.
No,
I got a trip an hour away.
No, gotta be at my computer for. Got an hour of computer time. 9 o'clock on Saturday. That's 9 o'clock.
You might need. It might be more.
Do you think? Yeah, I can't sit there all day though.
I always get stuck there. Like even on the Yoan day, I was just watching paint dry for a while.
Oh yeah. See, I woke up, saw the floor, and was like, I'm probably just punting these, and then moved on.
Babs, when you said that you rented a gym for the birthday, I envisioned like you teaching a bunch of like 8-year-olds how to like do proper squat and bench press form or something like that.
Not like that guy. Not like a high school gym. Not like a pumping iron gym.
Yeah.
No.
Start them early, right, Babs?
Yeah, exactly.
Lou's further away than he was when I took him off the stream. Backstage, I think he's full on rugged at this point. So
yeah, he was fine. We're ending anyway. Just kick him off.
We're gonna land the plane now. Moonbirds, they're not gonna land. They're gonna soar to a 20 ETH floor.
No, they're gonna be super low. They're gonna be like skirting on the ground until I buy one, and then they soar. Right.
And then
that's true.
Yeah, you gotta wait. They gotta have a broken wing until we buy them, Dangy, and then they fix the wing, and they're moon only.
Yeah, this is the one time. This is my one time as well. As everyone knows, I don't hit raffles. Never hit one in my life.
Get over here.
Yeah.
Didn't hit Mecca. No, not at all. This is the time. So thanks for hanging with us, Trey, Babs. clubngmi on Twitter. We don't even publicize stuff. Wait. Lou made it back.
Bye, Lou. We're landing the plane.